The moment she finally spoke, every secret her mother buried in silence began to tear the galaxy apart. The first time anyone noticed the Vulpine girl was the night she refused to bow. The mining station hung in silence above a dim, orange star, its corridors filled with rusted pipes and humming generators. Workers moved through the narrow halls like ghosts, exhausted from endless shifts. Humans, aliens, traders, mercenaries, everyone passed through the station at some point. But no one had seen a creature like her before. She stood near the observation window, small and thin, wrapped in an oversized maintenance coat. Two soft fox ears poked through messy silver hair, twitching whenever loud machinery roared nearby. Behind her, a long orange tail swayed slowly, betraying nervous energy she tried hard to hide. Most people assumed she was just another lost alien refugee. But they were wrong. Because the girl was watching something very specific. Humans. Her golden eyes followed every movement they made, how they joked even while tired, how they shared food, how they protected weaker crew members. It confused her. Her mother had always told her humans were dangerous, cruel, unpredictable. Humans fix broken things, her mother used to whisper. But they always break them first. The memory still echoed in her mind. Years earlier, she had lived inside a hidden orbital laboratory drifting beyond civilized space. It was a cold place filled with white walls, sterile lights, and endless training chambers. Her mother had built that place herself. A legendary Vulpine engineer known across multiple systems for one terrifying specialty. She fixed people. Not machines. People. Criminals, soldiers, rebels, broken minds, anyone powerful factions couldn't control anymore. They sent them to her. And she changed them. Rewired instincts. Altered emotions. Suppressed memories. Her daughter had grown up watching those experiments from observation glass. At first, she thought it was normal. Until her mother turned those same tools on her. The girl still remembered the cold metal chair. The glowing control panels. Her mother's calm voice. "You are too emotional," she said gently. "I'm helping you become stronger." But it didn't feel like help. It felt like pieces of her mind being quietly erased. The girl touched the side of her head unconsciously now, standing in the station corridor years later. She had escaped that laboratory months ago. But the damage her mother did, it never fully disappeared. A loud crash from the docking bay snapped her back to reality. A group of human workers laughed loudly as a cargo crate nearly toppled over. One of them noticed the fox girl staring. Instead of fear or suspicion, he smiled. "Hey kid," the human called. "You lost?" The girl hesitated. For the first time in years, someone spoke to her like she wasn't broken. And for the first time, she wondered if her mother had been lying all along. She didn't run away from home, she escaped the person who built her mind like a machine. The human's name was Elias. He worked maintenance on the outer hull of the station, fixing damaged antenna arrays and coolant pipes. His job was dangerous, boring, and paid just enough to survive. But Elias had one unusual trait. He noticed things others ignored. Including the quiet fox girl who kept appearing in the same corridor every night. At first he thought she was a stowaway. Then he realized something stranger. She never slept. Every time he finished a shift, she was still there, watching humans work, watching how they interacted, studying them like an unfamiliar species. Finally one night he walked over. "You've been observing us for 3 days," Elias said casually. "You writing a report or something?" The girl stiffened. Her ears lowered instinctively. "No," she whispered. Her voice sounded careful, like every word had to pass through invisible filters. Elias leaned against the wall. "All right then, what's your name?" She hesitated longer this time. Names had always been complicated. Her mother rarely used one. Mostly she called her subject 9. Eventually the girl spoke. "Lyra." Elias nodded. "Well, Lyra, you hungry?" That question completely broke her mental defenses. Because hunger was simple. Real. not something her mother had ever programmed. Minutes later, they sat in the station cafeteria. Lyra stared at a tray of human food like it was alien technology. Elias watched with quiet amusement. "You've never eaten noodles before?" Lyra shook her head. "My mother controlled my diet." "Controlled?" Lyra froze. She had said too much. Her golden eyes flickered with panic as fragments of old memories surfaced. Sterile labs, glowing brain scanners, her mother adjusting neural settings like a mechanic repairing broken machinery. Elias noticed the fear immediately. "Hey, relax," he said softly. "You don't have to explain anything." But Lyra surprised him, because she suddenly spoke. "My mother fixes people," she said quietly. "That sounds like a good thing." Lyra slowly shook her head. "No." Her voice trembled slightly. "She fixes them by removing who they are." Elias frowned. Lyra continued staring down at the noodles. "And when I cried about it, she said the same thing every time." Her ears flattened again as she whispered the words. "You're broken. I'm fixing you." Silence filled the cafeteria. For the first time, Elias understood. This girl hadn't run away from home. She had escaped it. The galaxy feared Lyra's mother, but no one realized the real damage she left behind. News travels strangely in space. Sometimes rumors move faster than ships. 3 weeks after Lyra arrived on the station, a transmission spread through nearby systems. A single name appeared in the security database. Dr. Kalara Voss, the most controversial neural engineer in the outer colonies. Lyra's mother. The station commander immediately recognized the danger. Because Kalara wasn't just famous. She was powerful. Governments secretly hired her to repair dangerous individuals, assassins who couldn't be controlled, soldiers suffering mental breakdowns, criminals too violent for prison systems. Her methods were efficient. And terrifying. She didn't rehabilitate people. She rewrote them. Entire personalities erased. Memories surgically removed. Loyalties artificially installed. Most patients left her laboratory as completely different individuals. The galaxy called it mind engineering. Lyra called it theft. Because her mother had tried to do the same thing to her. Elias discovered the truth accidentally when security drones began scanning the station for unauthorized arrivals. The system flagged Lyra immediately. Her biological profile matched Kalara's family DNA. Elias found Lyra alone in the observation corridor again, staring silently into space. "You didn't tell me your mom was that doctor," he said carefully. Lyra didn't turn around. "I thought if no one knew, she couldn't find me." Elias sighed. "Lyra, people like her always find what they're looking for." For a long moment the girl stayed silent. Then she finally spoke. "You know what the worst part was?" Elias waited. Lyra's voice became very quiet. "She believed she loved me." That statement hung in the air like something fragile. "My mother thought she was helping me become perfect," Lyra continued. "She kept saying I had too many emotions, too much empathy, too much compassion." Her tail twitched uneasily. "She said those things made me weak." Elias folded his arms. "Sounds like those things make you human." Lyra gave a sad little smile. "My mother hates humans." "Yeah. I'm starting to see why." Suddenly the station lights flickered. Emergency alarms echoed through the corridor. A massive ship had just appeared outside the docking ring. Security systems identified it instantly. Dr. Kalara Voss had arrived. And she wasn't here for negotiations. She was here to take her daughter back. When her mother finally found her, Lyra said the one sentence that destroyed everything. The docking bay doors opened with a metallic roar. Dr. Kalara Voss stepped inside like she owned the entire station. Tall. Elegant. Calm. Her long crimson coat flowed behind her as security drones hovered nearby. 2 fox ears rose from sleek black hair, and her golden eyes scanned the hangar with cold precision. She looked exactly like Lyra. Except colder. Sharper. More controlled. Station guards aimed weapons cautiously. Kalara ignored them. "I'm here for my daughter," she said calmly. "Return her and I leave peacefully." Elias stood beside Lyra at the back of the hangar. He could feel the girl trembling. "Is that really her?" he whispered. Lyra nodded slowly. The moment Kalara saw her, a small smile appeared. "Lyra," she said gently, "you ran away before your treatment was finished." The word treatment made Lyra's ears flatten. "I'm not sick," she said quietly. Kalara sighed patiently. "Your emotions make you unstable. I was fixing that." Lyra stepped forward. "No, you were deleting me." Murmurs spread among the station crew. Kalara's expression hardened slightly. "You don't understand yet. But you will." She activated a small neural-controlled device in her hand. Lyra immediately clutched her head. The old implants her mother installed began reacting. Pain flooded her mind. "Stop resisting," Kalara ordered calmly. "You tried to fix yourself with humans." Then she spoke the words Lyra had heard her entire life. "You're broken." Something changed inside Lyra. For years she had believed those words. But standing beside Elias, watching humans defend someone they barely knew, she finally understood the truth. Lyra straightened slowly despite the pain. Her golden eyes locked with her mother's. And she said the one sentence Kalara never expected. "You tried to control me." The entire hangar fell silent. Lyra's voice grew stronger. "You tried to erase my feelings. You tried to fix me." Her tail rose behind her defiantly. "But the truth is—" Tears filled her eyes as she finished. "I was never broken." Kalara stared at her daughter in stunned silence. For the first time in her life, her perfect psychological control system had failed. And it failed because of something she never understood. Human compassion. Elias stepped forward beside Lyra. "Looks like your repair job didn't work," he said. Kalara slowly lowered the neural device. And for the first time in decades, the legendary mind engineer had no idea how to fix the situation. Because the girl she tried to rewrite had finally chosen who she wanted to be.